Well, hello, boos and ghouls, and welcome to Terry's True Paranormal Experiences. I would like, if I may, to take you along on a strange journey. This next tale takes place when I lived in the house by Rose Hill Cemetery. When I was first living on my own, I had an apartment, which I'll tell you about in a future story, and although the rent was reasonable, I kept several jobs just to make ends meet. I seldom slept. One day I was talking with some friends who were looking for apartments, and we all decided it'd be cheaper to rent a house and split the rent between the five of us. We found an old house that was once owned by some of the wealthier citizens. It was in an old neighborhood that was now taken over by middle class dwellers, mostly aging couples. There were very few children in the area. When we got to the place, it was a four-bedroom home with a spacious attic that we were turning into a fifth bedroom. The three-story house was built around a central stairwell that ran all the way from the basement to the attic. The house was dirty from many years of abandonment and in need of cleaning before we could move in, so it was decided that the others would go to the store to pick up some cleaning supplies, while I was left alone to try to do what I could do without the supplies. After they had left, I looked around and tried to figure out where to start. I happened to be in the attic when I heard the cries of a small boy saying, "Help me, Mommy! I've fallen." I was surprised to hear a child's voice in the house, or even the neighborhood for that matter. I continued to hear the boy's cry, "I'm hurt, Mommy! Help me!" I went down to the second floor and looked in all the rooms. Nothing. This was true of the first floor as well. I walked outside and found it was quiet outside, no children around. It was during school hours, so the handful of children in the neighborhood were in school. I walked back inside and came to discover that the cries only came from the area of the stairwell. I went to the top of the basement stairs and tried to peer into the darkness below. The stairwell was lined with the remains of red candles with a strange looking chunk of fleshy feeling substance. I had no clue what it was, but it was creepy enough to prevent me from going down the stairs. I heard the pitiful cry again. It was coming from upstairs and downstairs at the same time. I decided to try upstairs again and leave the basement alone for a while. I continued looking fruitlessly in the house until the cries slowly faded, and I was completely perplexed by where the boy could have been. I was positive by the point that I was completely alone in the house. My friends arrived back shortly after, and I went outside to help carry the supplies in. I told one friend about the strange cries. The response I got sent chills down my spine. They told me how odd that was because as they was pulling up in the car, another friend pointed up to the attic window and asked who the little boy was standing there. Recently, I've read that a boy in the neighborhood had actually died by falling downstairs and is now said to haunt the area. Hmm. Well, thank you for joining us in this true tale. Come along with us on our next true story, and remember, pleasant dreams.